Welcome back to FNL Fridays. I'm Teresa and I'm here to teach you all things fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle. So last week we talked about foam rolling and what it was, how it was helpful for stretching, mobility, injury recovery, and why it was so important. Today I want to talk about something that's equally as important, but also something that I don't see people doing enough of, and that is a proper warm-up routine. A proper warm-up routine is super important because not only does it warm your body up, but it also prepares you for the exercises that you're going to do. So if you don't do a proper warm-up, your body's not going to be warmed up, your blood's not going to be circulating through all those muscles that you're about to use, and you're not going to be preparing your body for the activity that you're about to do, which generally will lead to increased injuries. So we definitely don't want that. So I'm going to take you through a nice simple warm-up routine that I usually do. It's something I do with all of my clients. And of course you can always add different exercises, but I like this routine just because it pretty much hits every area of the body. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes and it's the perfect thing to do right before any of your workouts. First, we're going to start with big arm circles and high knees. So we're really opening up the chest here, reaching those arms far away from your body and pulling those knees up nice and high towards your chest. Making sure you're breathing, keeping your core engaged right through here and reaching. Then we're going straight into the opposite direction. So heels up this time, butt kickers, and swinging your arms forward, kind of stretching out the back as you reach forward. Then you're going to plant your feet, grab your hands in front of you, and we're going to twist side to side, keeping our feet planted, but kind of pulling that arm across your body. So we're getting some spinal rotation here, also warming up the core. Right after this, hands behind the head. These are called good mornings. Feet are about a foot apart, hands behind the ears. We're going to hinge, push the hips back, weights on your heels, then come all the way up and bring your hips through. From the side, pushing the hips back, driving the hips through. Keeping those elbows pinched back nice and high so we're warming up the back of the shoulders and the upper back. Right after that, we're going into basic body weight squats. So you can put your hands on your hips, behind your ears, under your chin, whatever feels best. I like to do these with my hands under my chin. So right here, feet shoulder width apart, dropping down. If you can, touch your elbows to your knees. If not, that's totally okay. Just go as deep as you can, comfortably, making sure your heels stay on the ground. I don't want anybody on their toes. From here, nice and wide, arms out to the sides, we're going to rotate side to side and touch our toe. Then standing up all the way in between. So you're pushing your hips back like a hinge, and standing up tall all the way as you come up. Next, we're going to swing down the middle and then pinch our elbows down at the top. So arms go through the middle, reach, and pinch the elbows down. So again, we're warming up the hamstrings here as we swing down through our legs, stretching the hamstrings, and then working our back as we pinch the elbows down. Right after that, we're going to take it to the floor. So the first exercise I like to warm up with is a plank walkout. So reaching down, walking your hands out until you're in a plank position, then pushing back, drop your butt, stand up tall. Walk out, plank, push back, all the way up. Keeping your abs tight and your back flat when you're in that plank position. After that, we're going to go right into plank rotation. So opening up, reaching that arm up high to the sky, pivot, and do the other side. So we're reaching side to side, letting our feet fall, opening the chest. From here, I like to drop down into a push-up on my knees, and from here I'm going to push up and sit back into child's pose. So this is a double exercise. We drop down, push up, sit back, stretching the lats, stretching the low back, So it's a stretch and a fitness move in one. Exhale as you press up. Inhale on the way back. Right after that, I'm going to have you flip over. We're going to do some hip thrusts. So laying on your back here, heels on the ground, we're going to push through our heels and bridge with our hips. So we're dropping down, pushing up, squeeze your butt at the top. So right here, we're warming up the glutes, a little bit of the low back, pressing up and down, a couple of these. Then I'll go straight into a single leg hip thrust. So we're really just isolating one side right now, squeezing the quad here, warming that up. Then we'll switch, other side, driving through the heel, squeezing this front leg nice and tight, driving that heel to the sky. Then plant your feet together, let your knees fall out, and from here we're going to do frog pumps. So we're working the glutes a little bit more, a different part of the glutes, the glute medius. As our knees fall open, that hits the sides of our glutes a little more instead of the center. We're also working the inner thigh here. The last one I like to do before taking it to a higher intensity warm-up would be a reverse plank. So bring your legs straight out in front of you, legs squeezed together, plant your hands underneath your shoulders, and from here you can either do palms or fingertips. You're going to press the shoulders down and lift the hips up until you're in a reverse plank. And from here, you go down and up, down and up. Pushing the hips through, making sure we're not overextending the back, just until you're flat. Squeezing your glutes. And you can even hold this one for a few seconds. It works the whole backside. It's definitely challenging. Try to keep your head straight so we're not dropping our head. Keep your chin down. Push those shoulders away from the ground. After you've done that warm-up, then you can take it into a slightly higher intensity warm-up, which would be jump ropes, jumping jacks, burpees, a little light jump squats, something that's not all out intensity, but it's getting your body moving more rapidly, maybe adding a little bit of plyometrics, which is a little bit of jumping. You could also add something like ice skaters, which is hopping side to side, a little bit of boxing, get that upper body warmed up, and really any sort of jumping jack, whether it's regular jumping jacks or seal jumping jacks or swinging your arms to the front or twisting and hopping, anything that's just going to start really getting your heart rate up. You could jump on the bike, the speed bike, something like that, and then get right into your workout. But remember, with your warm-up, you don't want to fully expend all of your energy. This is only 5 or 10 minutes just to get you a little bit sweaty, get your heart rate up. You should be breathing a little bit heavier, and then you know that you're ready to get into your workout. I hope this video was helpful for you. Make sure to do your warm-up before your workout, and I will see you next week.